there's already that car showing up. Hi guys, we are in Southern Cal this morning because I had to do some errands basically that look like designated as a California resident, but the weather is coming through from like it's always kind of the side skirts of like whatever weather is coming up in extremes. This time from the polar vortex basically, and that will show up a little bit. And I can kind of feel it, to be honest. It's very mild here compared to anywhere else, but I believe it's gonna be more. And yeah. We're walking through the canal, and I didn't realize we could actually park here last night in the dark. Because this area is definitely a little bit like hard to not to get stuck. I actually almost got stuck, and that's like the first time in a month or like a year actually. I have not gotten stuck. Partly because it is a very good car that I've can prevent a lot. Quality of the car matters a lot actually. And I'm talking just like real sustainability, nothing fancy, but real sustainable, like a 4-wheel drive, good emission fuels. So I don't know. This is definitely all kind of an area where we can camp out. And then down the street there is like a paid long-term area where people with RVs and stuff can like pay $180 per semester. And yeah, you made it. This canal, this is the definitely bigger part of the canal here. Whoa. Look at the clouds in the water. Come on, Nicky. Come see if there's like a piece here that we can swim. We're also near the border of Mexico, and this is exactly where I almost drowned last year. Before I almost died at Mount Sigmund, where people definitely enter the country. And then yesterday I actually was outside of the country. Walking the dogs, because you know the border is kind of a not a joke, but it's definitely kind of a one-way thing that people who appear to be American can actually walk back and forth. My dogs can walk back and forth. What I couldn't do yesterday was bring my dog back into the country. The border patrol came pulling up, and he was like, "Dude, you can't bring a duck. You can't just steal a duck." And I was like, "Well, that's my duck." And I don't know, he kind of got pissed about it, but I was like, no, this is an American duck from American soil. And that was just kind of the last thing I had expected, because I had expected him to kind of question me or something, but that's rarely the case. So I kind of I'm not surprised that the duck question came up. But no, I did not steal a duck from Mexico and then brought it back again. I have proof that I bought her, so that's very helpful in these cases. Guys, this is kind of a big canal area here. Like, this is actually bigger than the river that we were yesterday. And again, this. Pop, I don't think there's anywhere we can go down. So this is an agriculture area next to the or south of the Salton Sea, and it's below the sea level because they dug it out at the beginning of whenever humanity came around and decided to do that. And sometimes this doesn't work, but for agriculture purposes and living purposes, they dug away the sea. They emptied the sea area, but yeah, I can really see the water. And so this is the canals that they basically actually irrigating the area through. They have like a canal system, but some canals you cannot get back out. The dog last year was gonna drink a little bit out of the canal, and then he could not get out. And then when I tried to save him, which is, I understand now, very stupid, I got stuck in the water, and it was just when we had the little pup still, my little pup that I had rescued. So she really didn't understand what was going on. And well, they did actually. They tried to save me. The dogs tried to save me, and I was literally higher than this, and there was no sights, and so the canals are like that there's no sights, and so I didn't realize it this high. This is literally normally not this high. Like, guys, it's kind of impossible here. I can throw in the duck, but then you know, the dog definitely likes to be kind of feeling safe to be able to get out. And I went to the canal because I don't necessarily want to. Maybe we should go back at the hot spring because it's not that warm anyway. Come on, guys. Because kind of hard to get in and out of the canal. Let's see if she does it. Yaki, you want to see the water? Go see the water. Papa, you have your allergies? Hey, hummus. Calm down, baby. I know, Nini. I know it's smart to go run into the canal. It's like, it's higher than we climb normally. This is really interesting. So, in this I'm saying, like, the dogs know by themselves what's safe and what's not safe. But partly because we learned that one last year. They clearly actually still remember. I know Nini's trying to see where it's safe to get up and down. I don't think it's here, Hummus. We need to go to the other side. Yeah. So again, this is really part of my build-up from the last years, that my dogs just get to like assess whether it's safe or not. It's not safe for them. And I have to say that they rarely make mistakes, actually. And for us, it's sometimes life and death, so they learn quite literally and very quickly. And it also helps that it's sheepdogs. I think it's a different story from a pit bull, but maybe not. I don't know. because he's very young. I have noticed that has to do with the amount of exposure they get to this kind of choices. And they're independent thinkers. Let me see, is this it? No? Okay, see, Hummus is looking for me. Oh, there goes Eki. Yeah, so this is another public land area, and like I said, down the road, south actually, like 3 miles south, there's like a long-term permit that you can get for your RV, but you need to have, I believe, a gray tank, where you like can show that you can collect your gray water, preferably also your black water, but because then it allows you to like be able to use the dumping station nearby. And it's used this long term a lot by these snowbirds, like people who, guys. We're actually an hour ahead of time because it was an hour. Hey guys, an hour ahead when we went east, and actually that benefits us, like having an hour longer light, and we wake up earlier. It's just helpful actually. And in general, we wake up at the same time. It's okay. So here, this. Yeah. Oh, Hummus, what about here? Hummus, what about here? Hummus, what about there? Yeah, go ahead. You won't be able to get back up, eh? No, sorry, I brought you here. So again, they're very smart about. Guy, let him drink. He wants to drink some water. We have water at the car actually, but they run off, and then they prefer this natural water everywhere. Like Hummus actually never even drinks my water, like from the field, from the water, from the mountain water. He prefers the natural water. That's why he's looking for so ferociously right now. I don't think that's gonna be the water. We have to walk back to the hot spring, and it's not that far, I think. Then I forgot actually how far we drove off from the hot spring. I think, isn't this our path? Oh, yeah, this is because we were at the cross canal. So, one of the challenging areas I've had with my dogs is that they don't really remember where the car is, and my dog thankfully does. The dog has some internalized like compass, but me and the dogs is like, okay, oh well, we'll find the car, and that has not always worked out until the duck came around. In fact, we were lost like a week before the duck arrived, and we were literally just like walking besides the car, like still on our own in the mountains, while we were really in need of water. I see the car. So people definitely live there, and that's often like unfortunately a signifier that people do live there or been there, is the trash that they left behind, to let us know that, oh, it's an area that people live here, or camp, or but there's not a lot of sense of like moving all the way here if we're just going to see. We're leaving here anyway today. And the sun is always very nice here in the morning. And we might go back to the border crossing actually, because there's some free space to live, and it's, like I said, it's very, I don't know why the president has such a big issue with it, because we just walk through the line, over the line, I don't even know, but that doesn't mean that I'm legally could, like, present myself at the port of entrance, even though I'm legal here. That's a whole different issue. And I think that's kind of hits at home, that I can, I have like left the country several times now over that border and come back, but I cannot, by the life of me, enter or exit the country without trouble through the official point of entrance. They just don't let me, even though I have everything together. That's where the discrimination is the biggest. But I can just walk back and forth into the country. But we will do the other, the Mount Sigmund hike one more time. This time with more water. Yeah, this is it. This is all free to camp. And there's a little bit green right now because of this, you know, the early like signs of spring. The seasons are a little bit different than where the snow is going on. Let me see if I can actually see the palm trees where the hot springs are. Go home and drink some water real quickly. There's water there. And so here, this is fine, but this like 20 feet further up, I would have gotten stuck for just turning around. And that's why we normally scout the areas and don't tend to like drive it in dark. Like here, I would have been stuck here, and that's literally 20 feet further just to turn around. Like this is it, boom. And it's like that sugar sand sort of. It's not wet, but you won't even notice it, and you're just like poof. You're like too digged in. Yeah, so that's it, guys. The chocolate mountains in the back. Hey, Pop, Hummus, did you drink no water? There's water at the car. Come on. Let's drink some water first. I don't see the trees for the. I wonder if we have to go all the way back there. So it's a parallel side road that goes back to the hot springs. And we're trying to get back there later on. I just want to see where it is, but right now it's just a gorgeous view for the morning sun coming in. Yeah, this is just all unused resource in my idea. Because a few people that like camp here, you know, we move on. We just visit, but this is all available, and I have shown my lifestyle, my pictures to homeless people in Oakland and homeless people in San Diego. Guys, in San Diego. And like, you know, the sunsets that we're celebrating, and I'm very clear that I, you know, that I have to work for, be able to get this, and that I need to ask for help, accept help as well. But that help build sitting down on the street corner, and yeah, I don't know. I'm on house, but I'm not homeless. Like, this is really, we feel one with the land. We feel welcome, and that's, I continue to say that it's a very important thing. Like, it's often that I've experienced with people that we're not welcome, but the land or the animals never say like, sorry, you're too much, or we need something in exchange. Alright, that's it, lovey.